47.
47, Ruth shuffles to the door, paranoid, she pokes her head out. My note was 45 and 47 we do in one bit.
Okay.
So she does stick her head out.
Okay.
It would be a lie to say I didn't have some sort of form of apprehension, just that, whatever that is, it kind of sits in your stomach and, right before you, walk up to swing at a baseball being pitched, or, right as you're about to take a penalty kick in soccer, or right before you do anything, or the anticipation is building and you want to go and you want to show your work and the preparation and show that you're ready. And that's the beauty, I think, of working with such a great crew and a great cast is everyone shows up ready. And you don't want to be that one person that arrives and isn't. And that's what is so great about working with people of such professionalism and people that care so deeply that it's done right. So I wanted to do that service. So I wouldn't call it a fear, but you definitely come in with that, I don't even know what you'd call it, but it's just that desire to make sure you're on par with everyone else.
So I was a little bit worried working with a crew this small because I'd never been on a feature. I'd never worked on a feature. This was my first feature I've ever been a part of, which was an incredible experience. But I was somewhat initially worried about having such a small crew and not knowing if everyone could really fill in all the roles that we needed to fill. But I mean, everyone really came together and knew exactly their places and exactly what they needed to do to get everything rolling and get stuff done as quickly as we were able to do it. And I was also, I'd say more specifically about the building, I was concerned about just the dust, and we did a lot of cleaning and really spent a lot of time like mopping things and trying to get rid of the dust, and this building is just, I think, permanently dusty. There's nothing you could really do about it. And in the end, we got it to an acceptable level and got everything as clean as we could. But at the same time, it's like, it is such an old building and there's no way you're ever gonna get it spotless, which is not what we wanted for the story. It wouldn't have worked. Just had to be careful of floorboards and making sure everyone knew where things were and safety risks, and kind of briefing everyone on a day-to-day basis to make sure that everyone was aware of certain hazards they should watch out for on set.
This was my first feature-length film. I'd done some shorts and I'd done a few little theater pieces, but this is my first big feature.
Let me see.
And so yeah, that brings another element to the table that you might not be expecting, but it definitely does play a part, and that you carry that with you, and as soon as you walk through that door, you kind of got to leave it there, knowing that the work remains the same, it was great.
I guess one of the biggest challenges working on this was my fear that I wouldn't find the character in time for the cameras to roll. So I think that's always a fear of mine. But luckily we had plenty of rehearsals and I had a lot of guidance from Graham. So I felt confident, cautiously confident, but it's definitely always still a fear of mine. I think what drew me to the story the most was the psychological aspect to it. The fact that it deals with dementia and memory and identity. Those are all things that I'm interested in. And so I was excited about working on something like that. Yeah.
I think the biggest fear was that there was going to be resistance from the cast, that they were going to feel it was too dusty or it was too unsafe. There were literally holes in the floor. You could see a floor down, loose wires. And I have to admit that on October 1st, when everyone came by, it had not been like dust-free yet. I mean, we really went from, literally on the first day when I went to look at the location, you could take your hand across it and it was black with dust. When we finally got it like super, super clean just before shooting, if you'd brush the wall, paint would fly all over the place and it'd be like it was crumbs everywhere of paint and debris, no matter how much you kept it clean. I was very surprised how much they just kind of went along with it. And so, yeah, we were lucky.
So me and the other interns and Courtney, who was focused on continuity and props, we all came in to the location, what was it, 2 weeks prior? And set everything up and brought in furniture and carloads of stuff and just everything you could possibly think of to dress this set. It's a pretty big live set when you think about it, and how each room is carved out into its own space. It's not just a sound stage where you're, okay, build the next room and we'll shoot all that stuff. But everything is live and constantly moving around, and it really makes you more careful for moving things and realizing where every little detail is, because those details really make the film.